What did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Let's go with this little dead cat thing on. Hopefully it will block out some of that wind noise. Now, yesterday's Friday was really rainy. Today we getting a bit of a sunnier day. It's not super hot or anything like that, but yeah, it's not raining, so it's a chance to go wash clothes and all that you need to do. But apart from all of that, I'm really testing out this little DJI Osmo action camera, and this is how I am testing it out. Basically, I ordered a cage for it. I have not received that as yet, so I'm just holding it like this in my hand, looking on myself at the front screen here. I think that's really a great little feature, but also it's kind of distracting because I didn't even realize that I was looking the whole time on myself at that little front screen. But I mean, the camera is small, so it might not be that obvious, but of course it will show. I'm not recording audio from the Osmo Action. I muted all that audio, all because it's super windy outside, but I'll insert and I'll put a notation whenever time I'm using the audio from the Osmo Action. But for now, I'm using audio from my phone with this Rode wireless lav mic, just because I want to have cleaner audio sound. So what do you think about the picture quality? Also, a nice thing to note, if you can see this whole area, right, this whole area is really locked off basically, and that's because of this little button right here. It's called a quick switch, so I could press this button and it would switch my screen. So as you can see, I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but the feed that I was seeing is switched over to the back, and I can click this button again and I will then see myself again. And the nice thing about it is it does not interrupt the recording, so it continues. So what I like about this little camera is, let me switch. What I like about this little camera is, first, just take a look at the design of this. You know, it's the buttons. This is the record button, then the power button here, and then the quick switch button. So you have in total 3 buttons, and then this one right here is a door for the micro SD card and the charging port. So pop that open, you have a Type-C USB there, focus, Type-C USB, and also the micro SD card slot. And guys, the camera by itself is waterproof down to about 5 feet, I believe, for 30 minutes. The lens cover, unlike the Hero 8, this lens cover is removable, so it's super convenient in terms of if you want to add filters to it. If, for example, you're doing an action and this got damaged, you can always replace that and not having to, you know, send your whole camera back to the factory or whatever it is. Now also, what I like, the battery in this guy is built into the body right here. So there are 2 switches, so one here and one here. So slide this one down and then this one, and the battery spring loaded out. and this is what the battery looks like, guys. So this is the battery, and this is what inside of the camera looks like. And of course, pop it back in with a little bit of pressure and it snaps right into place, locking these two locking mechanism there. All right. What else to mention? Like I'm saying, the buttons compared to the GoPro Hero 8, these buttons are super tactile, easy to press. You know, you don't even have to fidget enough to find them and press them. And what I like, again, the startup time on this is super fast. So if I press it once, already I'm booted up. With the GoPro it takes just maybe a second longer, and yeah, long press and that turns it off. Also we have quick capture on, so if we press this record button, it would just power on and start recording in maybe a second or less. So let's test that out. So it should be recording now and we should have live feed. I'm just gonna do a quick switch here to see what happens. Yes, and just like that we are recording live, guys. Trust me, this little camera is really neat, and if we press back this button again, it will turn the screen off because we use that quick capture to turn it on. Now, just for reference, I have my GoPro. So this is the GoPro, guys, and the power button is super hard to press because it's so flushed with the body. The record button is not so bad. It only have this one main screen, and then this little black and white screen just displays some information like your battery levels and stuff like that. But here it is side by side with the Osmo Action. The screen and the Osmo Action is a little bit bigger, and yeah, it's just a little bit more pleasing to look at. The front screen as well is a little bit bigger and a little bit more pleasing to look at. I just love this one more than the Hero 8 for some reason. I don't know. What is nice about this though, I can stream to YouTube no problem, Facebook no problem. I don't know what's up with this DJI Osmo Action, and it's the same for the DJI drone that I have, the Mavic 2 Zoom. Whenever I try to do YouTube live, like I just not able to do it. So on the GoPro there, this is the door that holds the battery, the SD card, so you gotta slide this and pop it open, and there's this little pull tag right here that you pull out the battery by, and then the SD card is tucked in there. I don't know if you can see it, tucked away in there. So here's my SD card. Super hard to get out. Yeah, so this is just a regular walking test to see, you know, stabilization on both. On the right side we have the GoPro Hero 8 Black, and then on the left we have the DJI Osmo Action. The GoPro settings 4K 24 linear mode, I think hyper smooth boost, and on the DJI Osmo Action 4K 24 rock steady on. Yeah, so tell me one thing. From looking in the footage from the camera, I can see that the GoPro looks a bit more stable. Alright guys, so now I'm shooting in manual mode. There's a bit of a breeze out here. Shutter speed set to 1/68 of a second, 4K 24 frames, and this is what that image looks like, rock steady, image stabilization turned on. Alright, and yeah, so how does this look, guys? Hey guys, so now I am holding up the GoPro and the DJI Osmo Action side by side. Now the neat thing about the Osmo Action, it have that beautiful fully colored screen display on the front, whereas the GoPro does not. I try to match the settings as best as I can. I'm shooting 4K 24 frames on both, linear mode on the GoPro, and D-Warp turned on the Osmo Action, Rocksteady stabilization on the Osmo Action, Hyper Smooth on the GoPro, and I'm just gonna, you know, take a little walk just to see what the stabilization looks like. Alright, so taking a little walk to